All right, and welcome to Frag Logic number
70.
70. 70. This
What's
is
up?
our E3 pregame show.
Yes, lots of E3 discussion going on today. As you guys can see, I'm still in my lovely temporary housing place.
I'm still in the yellow
Uh,
room.
These the stupid thing for my camera keeps popping up and it's annoying me. Anyway, uh, Hutchie says he tuned into the show. Twitch is saying he's banned from chat.
What?
That's not right. That's not right. But yeah, today we're talking about a lot of stuff E3. We have a couple game stuff. Obviously, we're going to do our weekend gaming stuff. I need to grab my phone and show you guys what games I've been playing. Got a couple games that popped up this week that we're going to quickly mention. And Colin's going to rant probably about Star Citizen.
I can't rant about Star Citizen anymore. I've been put on a leash by the fans of Star Citizen. They will show up. I'll have bricks through the windows. I'm convinced.
And then, then we're going to get into E3 discussion. So I'll go ahead and start with weekend gaming. Let me grab my phone real quick so I can show you some of these games. Keep my headphones on.
I played Titanfall. That's pretty much it, actually. I played some Titanfall on Saturday and was working on some stuff again this weekend. Also been playing 8-Ball Pool on iOS. It's like a 2D top-down pool game. You know I go pretty far back with the 2D pool games. As well as Carom 3D, which I went to Germany for to represent Team USA for World Cyber Games. So I enjoy billiards video games, so it's actually a really good iOS game. And I played it like months ago and got a huge fat stack of coins because it's like they just put you in a game and like each of you puts up 100 coins, winner takes 200 kind of thing, and then you can go up to different size lobbies and everything. So I had like 400,000 coins saved up from winnings. But it was dangerous because their update added a double or nothing lobby where you could wager all of your coins and go down to zero bankroll if you lost. And I hadn't played the game in ages, so I played a few games and I was like, all right, cool. They had added updates to like get rid of the guidelines, so it's like more hardcore and stuff and calling pockets and that kind of thing.
Right.
It's like, all right, that's cool. So I played a few games. I was like, you know what? I'm probably not gonna play this a ton because I played it a ton before. So I went into the double or nothing and lost. But you had to win 2 games in a row was what you had to do to win that. So we went a full like 6 games, me and this guy back and forth before I fell. I was surprised they let you do that because then I had no money and was like, well, I'm never playing this game again. Or just start from ground zero, you know?
Yeah.
Or, yeah, you know that.
Ground zero, pretty much.
Yeah. So those were what I played. Titanfall, 8-Ball Pool.
So I played Titanfall. I actually got my Xbox now, hooked it up and played like, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 games. But I've been playing a shit ton of this game called Brave Frontier. And it's a Japanese like RPG style game. I'm loading it up right now. And it's funny. I was talking to Skyllus, Colin, before the show, and I was like, you know what? This is a fucking card game. I was saying like I don't like card games. If you guys remember that. And the more I thought about like how JRPGs are, just in general, I was like, this is a card game. I'm playing a card game. So with that in mind, I might just try out Hearthstone and see what everyone's talking about.
It's nothing like Hearthstone.
In my mind now, it's like if I can sit through this, I can do a card game. So I'm just going to go into a battle and I'm going to make an auto fight. That way I can show you guys and then just forget all about it.
Those games are addictive, man. Like those are traps for addiction. Those card games where you absorb cards.
There's the game. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it on auto battles on. You guys can watch some of that. But yeah, I've been playing this since I have nothing else to do. Like I come home, like I'll go somewhere to eat, and then I'll just sit and stare at the wall because I don't watch TV anymore.
I'm telling you, man, you need to get on the Game of Thrones bandwagon. You have 4 seasons. You have 4 seasons to catch up on.
Yeah,
there's no reason to be playing awful games like that.
It's not awful. Don't be hating on my Brave Frontier.
It's exploitive.
It is exploitive.
It's exploitive and addictive, and it's made
Here's the thing.
Extract money from your wallet.
I have not spent a dime on the game
yet,
and I refuse to pay money for it.
You're gonna hit the brick wall, then. You always hit the brick wall.
I'll hit the brick wall. I'll just set the game down.
All right, and then you can download GOT and get on it with the rest of us.
So yeah, that's one game I've been playing. What's up, Repulsor? And then what's up, Coast? Then the other game I want to show you guys, this boss battle is about to go down. So here's the thing that comes up with the boss battle. Warning! Warning! Warning!
Oh shit!
This is like the level 1 boss. Oh, he's getting his ass beat. I don't even have to worry about it. Alright, so after you get done, you get some coins, you get some stuff, level up, experience, all that. But it's like Column said Pokemon, so you get the cards and like you have to fuse the cards because you can't have an unlimited deck, right? So you fuse your cards to level up your characters instead of them gaining traditional experience points. So yeah, that's
so the catch is they get you to spend money on card packs, which are basically consumable, to make the number on your dudes higher.
I don't know if there's card packs.
I bet there is in some capacity.
The other game I've been playing, and this game is fun as hell. It's called Smash Hit. I can't. There's no way.
Tap to throw balls. Oh shit! Combos.
Oh, that
frame rate's chugging.
It's probably my camera, not the game.
I don't know.
Dude, I have a Samsung Note, dude.
It was super smooth, and then it was bad.
There's no chuggage going on. Yeah, this thing is super smooth. It's the video. Alright, so that's that game. So basically, you go through this really cool glass-looking world, and you shoot pinballs at the glass in order to break it. And there's like objectives that'll come in your way and kind of try to knock you off your game. And if you hit an objective, you lose balls. And then, the further you progress, the faster it goes. So it's a pretty fun game. So those are the 3 games I've been playing. Mostly mobile games. I'll take that back. I also played Minimum. I played 1 round of Minimum. And I played... I didn't play Marvel Heroes, but I walked around for a little bit, so... I loaded it up on my PC and then walked around. And I was like, I don't feel like playing this. So yeah, that was my my past week of gaming, really.
I also played some Dota. I forgot to mention Dota. I always forget. I played some Dota. They're at... Did you see what their money's at?
Last I saw was at $8 million.
8.5 now.
Woo!
Because they...
And they still got a month?
Yeah, so they released the Immortal items that were part of the compendium, and they're awesome as hell. So everyone bought a ton of compendiums trying to get the rest of them, because you can level up your compendium to increase the amount of random drops you get, basically. So a lot of people did that. So it went up almost $1 million in a few days after it had started to kind of stagnate a bit. Okay, there's Warlock is a character in the game. He does all sorts of stuff. He's a spellcaster. But his ultimate, he drops a big golem from the sky. So his immortal item is a staff. And at the top of the staff is a hand, right? So it's doing all sorts of different poses and stuff. When you drop the golem, it throws up the metal horns.
What?
Yes. It is so badass. I'm sold 100%. I need to get it now.
Looks so got you.
Looks so cool.
They got you.
There's the staff that is a hand of fire that throws up metal horns when you drop the ultimate.
They got you.
So good.
So yeah, that was your Dota
Yep.
experience. Was the staff with some golem hands,
I'm telling you, man, that's the coolest
the
item.
horns. Yeah, that sounds pretty sweet. But yeah, that compendium and what the prize pool is at for the international is just crazy.
Yeah, I
It's
think right now
absurd.
they're looking at 4.25 million for the winner.
For first?
If they follow the same structure as last year, which was half the money to first, so almost $1 million a pop per player.
Woo!
Like that is insane.
Everybody needs to get on that Dota grind right now. Man.
If you want to be in that money,
Uh, so yeah, I mean, after that, we just got some game news. I'm just blast through this so we can get to the E3 stuff.
there's been a lot of stuff that came out this week ahead of E3.
Yeah, so this game did not come out. It's in alpha right now. I want to send you guys this. I saw Lyric, I think, streaming it today. It's called Supra Ball, and it's
Supra
like
Ball.
a. There's actually two games that came out that remind me of one other game that reminds me of this, but this is like a soccer. Wait, what is the game with the rat? Lacrosse. Lacrosse is more of the game I'm thinking of. Lacrosse with a shooter, and you're on a field, and all of the players, instead of it being like FIFA or whatever, where you control one, and maybe you have your buddy or someone also playing co-op with you, and they control another player. There's a bunch of different people all controlling different players on the map on your team, and you should like passing the ball and stuff like that. It looks fucking fun as hell. But I was like amazed by that. I think I watched like 20, 30 minutes of Lyric playing. So that game looks cool. It just got went through the Steam Greenlight program, got approved, and I think you can download the alpha if you go to like supraball.net. I think is the website. I would type in the chat, but I'm not 100% sure. So
Seems really similar to the Unreal mods that were all doing this similar
Oh,
things.
yeah. And then there's
Like
the
two or three of 'em.
StarCraft. Yeah, the StarCraft mod we talked
Yeah.
about a while back.
And even going to like Halo Ricochet.
All right, Repulsive, thanks for stopping by. So yeah, that's a game. It didn't. I think it came out May 4th is when I saw the first video of it. So looks sweet. I'm gonna probably play some of that. Xbox One Games with Gold came out today. It came out today or yesterday? Let's say today. So Max the Curse of the Brotherhood and Halo Spartan Assault are free right now. I've played through Halo Spartan Assault. It's not bad. And I got it when it was like $6, something like that. And then Max the Curse of the Brotherhood. We've had people tweeting us. I can't remember who it was, but someone tweeted us saying that game was pretty badass. So I mean, maybe I'll try it. I mean, there's no harm in trying it, right? If it's free, so
Yeah.
I might as well give it a try since I don't have much to play right now.
Watch game.
Let me grab this link. This game, Battle Cry.
From which studio? Which studio is making it?
Battle Cry is making.
But which studio?
Battle Cry is making Battle Cry. Yeah, I know. It's kinda
That studio had exactly one name in them. And they burnt it on the studio creation. They're like, oh,
Right.
I guess we just got to use it for the game, too.
So I guess they have to make Battle Cry 1 through 3 or whatever, and before they can move on to something else. So yeah, I mean, this is the only reason I'm mentioning this is because the lead designer on Loadout, Ian Villeman, works for Battle Cry, and so this is fun. This is the game that he's been working on. He's been real secretive about it, but it was described on Polygon as the TF2 of like melee brawlers. So it's like if you took out like the guns in TF2 and gave them swords, crossbows, and like weird projectile weapons other than crossbows. I think they said energy weapons or something like that. It would be.
It's a world where gunpowder is banned. Is the
Right.
plot?
So I watched some of the like teaser trailer, and like they have a big sword, and then the sword like turns into a shield. So I think there'll be some interesting gameplay elements of it, but it reminds me of Archblade, which I had played not too much of, and then the developers of Archblade actually abandoned development of it. I want to say abandoned. They ran out of funds.
Yeah.
Like a month ago, maybe. Sounds about right. So yeah, that's a game. Blue Estate, dude, Colin. Blue Estate
looks all right. I'm a bit hesitant because it's a rail shooter.
Blue Estate. So I saw this. You guys can read that on the blog on PlayStation. I saw it and I was interested because it looked good, just from some of the screens that I saw on it. I don't know how it's going to play. As Colin said, rail shooter. I'm kind of in like, I mean, really, the only one that I've played I can think of. You mentioned what, Stranglehold?
Yeah, John Woo Stranglehold.
There was another game that was like a Western. That was a rail. Heck, what is it? I think I played that, and then there's one other one that I played, which was obviously I think everyone's played Time Crisis. So that's about it. But yeah, I mean, I like how that game looks. I think that it might be kind of cool to play. I'm not 100% sure. I think it's only on PlayStation now, so I probably won't be getting that until I get my Uncharted. And then Colin, you got this one. Your game.
I'm trying to show. There we go. I'll show in the Battle Cry footage.
Oh, the Battle Cry?
Take me a second to pull it up. Yeah, then also Battle Cry was Austin Studio news, and then also this week there was another Austin Studio, Crytek Austin, that announced what they've been working on, which is Hunt Horrors of the Gilded Age. So I'll throw in chat. Or did you already get it? Oh, I got it.
No, I didn't throw that one in there.
Which is like a 1800s Left 4 Dead with monsters and stuff. Seems pretty interesting. I don't think it looks as good as Evolve, which is like the co-op shooter that's in the market right now. I don't think it looks as good as Left 4 Dead, but they didn't really show that much. It was a CGI trailer, so.
I mean, from that, I wasn't impressed by anything that was like, oh my god.
Yeah, but that's being made from a bunch of ex-employees from Vigil, Crytek Austin. So if you played Darksiders, it's that studio.
Darksiders, which was an amazing game. And then I got Mario Kart. The only reason I added Mario Kart is because I have been watching the Twitch numbers, and I want to say 3 days ago, it was at 40,000 viewers total. Something like that. But it's been doing well on Twitch. Probably one of the only Nintendo games other than Smash that I've seen. Well, Zelda has a couple times cracked the top of the Twitch charts and stay there for a while. So like right now, I think it's in top 10 or 12, so 12 or 15, something like that. The game looks really fun. It's actually, I am very heavily considering purchasing the Wii.
Just for that?
The Wii U just for Mario Kart, specifically to play with Christy. Now, I've had this discussion with several other people now, and everyone keeps saying, wait. They're probably going to drop it. Yeah. They'll drop the price, which I think, I mean, it's fair enough. I'll wait on the price to possibly drop. But this is definitely a game I want to play like right now because I think it's one I can play with Christy and enjoy with the family. So, there's part of me that just wants to play it because I love Mario Kart, and it's like the only racing game that I have felt like playing for the last 10 years or so, ever since I got burned out on Gran Turismo. So I'm moderately interested in it. And then the only other game I had in the notes that would be worth playing for me on the Wii U is like another Zelda. So
Smash?
Here's the thing, I would play Smash, but I don't want to that's the game I don't want to get my ass beat online in. So it's like I don't feel like playing that online right now. So it's like I don't want to play Smash really on the Wii U. That's like my general feeling about it. Like My game I want to grind on is Ultra Street Fighter 4, which I forgot to mention. The update was today, so like I'm playing. I can get to play that at the studio because there's some people that play at Epic, and I'll get to play that online. That's my grind online game and paying through it. I don't feel like doing that on Smash.
That's fair.
So you watch 10 stream Mario Kart 8? Yeah. I mean, if he has it, so that's another person I guess like we could play with.
Yeah, I was watching CDN stream last night on Mario Kart with viewers. It looked pretty fun.
Yeah.
It looks just like other Mario Kart games, but like the environments look beautiful.
Oh yeah. The other thing, have you seen the latest YouTube craze? The death stairs?
Oh yeah.
You guys haven't seen that. You guys need to check out Luigi's death stare.
You know that was a bug too.
I don't know, dude.
Where they just didn't have any animation for that.
Animation for his face? He looks mad. Donkey Kong has a huge grin on his face after he smashes. He's like...
Yeah, it's probably just their default face. That's the funny part to me.
So yeah, it's pretty interesting stuff. Colin, Star Citizen, man.
Again, I can't say that much because people are ridiculous. Alright, so Star Citizen's dogfighting module, which we've talked about quite a bit. Whoa,
yeah.
All my stuff just refreshed. What just happened? I lost all my windows. Hold on, 1 second.
Oh.
Is there a way to force quit Chrome? Is that an option?
I don't know. Force close?
Whatever. I'll just lose all my windows.
Fraud Citizen? Oh, Kupo.
Oh.
Kupo starting in with the low blows. Fraud Citizen.
Need to get Kupo to just say what I need to say by proxy.
Yeah, we should do a viewer rant on Star Citizen.
So what's funny is that the Reddit thread which I saw it on was that it was delayed for the second time, and then someone in the comments is like, "Nope, not quite." And then they listed 5 different dates they've given for this dogfighting module, which hasn't been released. So I don't like things get delayed. I get it, but like I feel like there's just a disregard for deadlines because of Kickstarter, and it permeates across all Kickstarter projects, really, that developers don't feel tightened by any kind of deadlines imposed by the fans, because everyone's generally considerate and forgiving, but in contrast to the publisher model, where developers are sometimes forced to make concessions and everything in order to make deadlines, in order to get paid, right? So, I mean, like, there's just this general give and take, which I feel like is going entirely in the way of developers, and fans are just getting kind of stomped on. But if you have a differing opinion on that matter, then you get shit on by the fans of the game, which is all that I want to talk about. I'm sorry, but Star Citizen backers are atrocious. Like, they're ridiculous.
Why do you got to talk about the fans like that? I'm a backer. I'm not ridiculous.
It's like anyone who has a dissenting opinion on the game just gets pummeled in every single comment thread I see. Or the business practices of RSI. Like, they just get pummeled. And there's a bunch of deleted comments in this thread, but I guarantee you, well, I know, because I read them, they were golden. They got cleaned up. They got cleaned up by our games on Reddit. So, I don't know, like, that's all I want to know. Just, I get it, you guys are all still okay with them. But, like, man, they're worse than like people going door to door selling shit. Like,
let me just read this to you, Colin. This is from a fan. Let me just read this to you. I can't stop the outpour of hate this news will get from people who've never followed the development process or watched a Wingman's Hanger episode, who think they're certified game devs and that Star Citizen is stealing money from innocent gamers. But it's pretty clear why it's delayed. It's written down. Game-breaking bugs, Colin.
Yeah. Game-breaking bugs. That's game development. They've had something blocking launch for, I think, 10 months now? 8 months now? And this is just a small segment of the game! And then one of the game-breaking bugs was that they're having issues with sync. Like, the game's getting out of sync. Which isn't a small bug. That's a major engineering task. So, I mean, yeah, and like the point which got brought up, I think I responded to that, was that most games don't get $44 million from the public in response to most games not showing alpha footage. But really, this is not really an alpha. Like, this is bringing a portion of the game to, like, a 90% state, right? Like, They're not releasing this feature in alpha. They're releasing the game finished in chunks, very small chunks. So it's kind of weird. Like, I feel like there's an expectation from if it was an investor, there'd be a huge expectation to see this stuff delivered on time. But I don't feel like the fans are as demanding. That doesn't even matter. The fans aren't as demanding, but they just need to not shit on people that are like wary of the business practice. That's all. That's all.
That's all you got to say, Colin?
That's all I can say.
Why?
That's all I can say. Do
you feel like I should take away my $10 a month and I'm what'd you call it? My layaway funding?
your ship you have on layaway? Also, like, I just remember bringing this up back in December. It was a long-ass time ago when I was asking when they were going to release this because it had been delayed. So I was like, oh, they're releasing it next month. They already told us. They've been communicating really clearly with the fans. They're releasing it next month. And here we are 7 months later. Just saying. Like, you guys are super quick to defend, but you don't... All right.
Tell them they got to work on it. It's you don't understand game development, Colin.
Yeah, I have no idea.
You don't get it.
I have no idea what goes into it. For all I know, bugs just get fixed overnight.
You don't even know,
Colin. I know.
Don't even act like you know. But I still want to know, like, if you were a backer right now, would you be upset? What would you say if you were a backer right now?
I mean, the situation is entirely out of your hands if you're a backer, right?
Right.
You're just hoping that eventually the thing gets done and you get to play.
Right.
Because you've already screwed yourself by backing a game that was really early in development. So, I guess if you knew what you were getting going into it, that's fine. But, like, collectively as a unit, I feel like backers need to be more assertive with developers and product creators as well on Kickstarter.
So by assertive, would you mean emailing them, getting on the forums, getting on all their videos, complaining about stuff that's not there, or going to Reddit? I mean,
yeah.
You can't really do anything.
I mean, with one voice, yeah, you can't do shit. Not when there's a $46 million in funding, and you're just $10 of it. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
So I don't know what you can say, like, in the end. But you can definitely be disappointed. And I would be disappointed at this point if I was a backer, personally. Because I thought I'd be playing this shit 7 months ago.
Gotta have faith, Colin. Gotta have faith, man.
I would rather have
Colin.
Rushed out game
Colin.
than a perfect game developed. Perfect game. Perfect game. Really?
Colin, you would rather have rushed it out. Why are you trying to rush him, Colin?
This is complete, like...
Colin, this is an art. You can't rush art.
Here's the thing. Meanwhile, you have other games that haven't had as much funding and are continually... Like, they released early alpha to get feedback from players and get it in players' hands. Just saying, like, it doesn't make sense to me.
Colin, this is an art.
It's a two-way street between a consumer and a developer.
You can't rush it, Colin.
Right now, it's mostly one way.
You have to take your time. Build perfection.
The stuff that they've provided has been less than what they've talked about initially, currently. Just saying. Maybe the game will get done 8 years from now. If they don't run out of money.
Alright, so... There's Star Citizen. Colin, if anything, for everyone watching, I just want you to remind Colin that you can't rush perfection. You can't rush it.
If I purchase a cake, I'm expecting to get that cake on the time that I said I was getting that cake. Just saying. You can talk all you want about not being able to rush perfection, but I know how long it takes to make a cake.
Not if you're a master baker. Okay. So Battlefield 4 netcode patch this week. I don't know whether to praise it or be wary of it or whatever, but this is from what the Battlefield testing lab or whatever that Rab was trying to get me in. Uh, I mean, there's been so many issues with Battlefield in terms of like patches and netcode and stuff like that. Like, I mean, personally, I don't really think I had issues with the netcode per se. I was more frustrated with continually crashing. Like, that was my issue with the game. Like, I would boot it up for like 4 months or 3 months or however long I was playing. And like, it seems like every other game, like I'd be like, oh my God, it's so hype. Yes, that was a great game. 2 games later, I crashed. You boot it up, you play 4 games, then you crash. And I was like, oh. But I think you guys remember me talking about that. So, I mean, the netcode was never something I was like terribly upset about. But I'm not a person that complains about lag really. So, it's never been something to bother me. Like, I would get into the games and I would just destroy people, and it wouldn't really matter. So it wasn't like I was like, oh my God, I got 4 less kills than I normally would. So I mean, it's whatever on that. But supposedly, they've improved the netcode. I don't know what the issue was. I want to say they had a desync issue at the very beginning. That got fixed.
It was mostly just an issue of them not sending and receiving enough data across servers because it was at like 10 tick rate.
Okay.
Now they have options for like 10, 20, 30, I think, are the options.
Okay.
For sending, or for receiving, sorry.
Receiving?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean...
It should be a lot better. But yeah, like for me it was always just, I play a few games and I get disconnected or crash or take forever to load into a server.
Yeah. And the games that, I think you got into a couple games with me when you decided to play, and then Tense and I were playing for a while. I mean, we were just like, we were destroying people, so it's like, okay. Pick this 30 tick rate. Yeah. But, I think the good thing to take away from this, regardless of whether or not the netcode was terribly broken, is that, like, they are getting this test alpha whatever feedback from testers in this program that they have, and now we're starting to see the fruits of that already. So, if anything, people can start doing like they do us for the people that are testing. So it's like, oh man, you guys didn't fucking test this well enough. The fuck were you guys thinking? Get that. Like, what, you guys fucking ruined the game. You ruined the game. Just that stuff like that. I'm sure that'll crop up out of the people that are in the program and testing and making changes and doing all that stuff. Yeah, I can't wait to see that.
Homefront. They announced they're doing another Homefront game, and that's pretty much really all you need to know. And it's gonna be the same thing. It's gonna be North Korea occupying the U.S. in Philadelphia this time.
Okay.
So it's gonna be centered around Philadelphia, and obviously Chaos Studios, who did the last one, is no longer a thing. So it's I think the company that did Hive. Remember that? The PlayStation game.
Hive. Vaguely.
Is that right? Shit. This is the one with like the bee cover. Shit. Why am I not remembering the name right now?
Hive. I can't say I remember Hive.
Chat will pick me up. Anyways, it's that company, and I think I should remember this.
Now you're about to Google it, aren't you?
Yeah, I feel bad because I had this all sorted earlier.
Big, we got it in there. Mortal Kombat X, number 10.
It's Crytek UK is the official developer.
Haze.
Haze, thank you. Oh, I couldn't
There
remember
you
that.
go.
That game is really bland and generic, though. It's Crytek UK is the guys behind Time Splitters.
Did Haze release on PlayStation only?
Yeah, it was PlayStation only. It was an exclusive.
Yeah, I remember that. Okay.
We had it at eBash. Every now and then people will play.
People were playing. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Okay. And lastly, finish up our game announcement news. Mortal Kombat X was announced in the next Mortal Kombat, shipping to last gen as well, which I thought was kind of surprising. A little bit. I guess the fact that we're even getting another Mortal Kombat game within 2 years that isn't like just an expansion or tie-in or something, it's a little weird.
I'm mostly surprised because, I was playing the shit out of Injustice, and now we have Mortal Kombat 10, which that seems odd. It does. It seems a little weird.
Looked like I borrowed quite a bit from Injustice from the short little gameplay thing they showed. Why is it that Sub-Zero always is getting his ass whooped in these trailers every time there's a Mortal Kombat trailer?
I don't know.
Why does Sub-Zero always lose? Because they need to show the gory kills for Scorpion?
I don't know.
Scorpion Sub-Zero loses every single time. It's just not even a rivalry. It's not even a rivalry. It's like OSU versus Michigan. It's not even a thing because OSU always wins. Not even a thing.
Oh, that was low. That was low. Is OSU actually up in the count? I thought Michigan was up in the count.
I think they're up. I mean, recently, in recent history.
Okay.
Like, back in the day, Sub-Zero might have been able to hang. But like, in the last 12 video game trailers, Sub-Zero has just gotten his ass whooped.
Oh, boy.
Just saying.
Oh, boy.
It's a little strange. So anyways, you can check out that trailer. I'm not going to pull it up because it's not really that interesting. It was okay. And that finishes the news from the week, I think.
How we get into E3? I wish we need music. Like, dun, 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 dun. Segment music.
Dun, 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 dun. Was that...
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, wait, I can't do this because then we'll get sued on YouTube. I was going to try and get some music. I'm sorry, guys.
Don't do that.
That 2 seconds of music might get us sued. Sorry, Kenny Loggins.
E3 hype. All right, let's see how much Colin is going to kill our dreams during the pregame show for this. So I have a bunch of games first that I think are worth mentioning. Not a whole bunch, but like games that I'm more excited for than will probably be shown. I actually looked at the full 2014 game release stuff, so it's like I don't really care too much about some of those games that are coming out. And I didn't add a couple. I'm like that one in there. But starting off, I would like to see No Man's Sky. If you guys haven't seen video on this, it was shown at VGX Awards, the weird-ass VGX Awards in December.
Yeah.
Procedurally generated worlds. You can fly around in space, and it looks like it is further in development than Star Citizen. Ooh, I had to go there. So yeah, that's a game I want to try out. By the studio there is Hello Games. They also had an incident, I want to say about a month or in February or something, a month or two after they showed that trailer, where their studio was flooded over in, I want to say they're in Georgia. Is that right?
They're in London or something. It's in the UK.
Are they in London?
It's definitely
Why was
not
I thinking
the US.
Georgia?
I'm Googling real quick.
I mean, they went to Gamescom, so I know.
Guildford, UK.
Okay. Well, that's weird.
Not even close. Wrong continent.
I don't know why I thought they were in Georgia.
Wrong continent entirely.
Anyway.
I do have no idea where Guildford is in regards to UK.
So, I don't know why I thought they were in Georgia. But anyway, so their studio flooded. They found a new location, and then Microsoft was reported to be trying to help them out. I don't know if anything actually came of that, but they said that nothing like slowed down development of the game, so to speak. Like they didn't lose anything, but I'm not sure how far that set them back. But I really, really, really want to see something from No Man's Sky at E3. I like have my fingers crossed that something gets shown. Like it doesn't even have to be at the any of the show, like the Microsoft or Sony or Nintendo briefings. I just want it to be there during the show, like somewhere. Show me a trailer or something.
I doubt it'll be there. In fact, here, let's make that my first prediction.
God damn it, Colin! Why are you killing it? Why you got to kill the very first one? The very first one, you got to kill it.
Specifically, it seemed like, from what I could tell from the VGX thing, it seemed like that was a very targeted, like, that was their demo reel, essentially, before they can go in production. I think they were trying to shop that around. Plus the Flood, like, I personally don't think they'll have much to show. They might show the same trailer, but I don't think they'll show anything new.
Show me the same trailer. Show me a slice
of the same trailer.
Show me a slice of the same trailer and then a little bit of something new. Just feed me No Man's Sky daily. That'd be great. But that is the same studio working on Joe Danger, or that worked on Joe Danger.
Yeah.
The next game I have is The Division, which I think both Colin and I are pretty hype about, so he's not going to kill your dreams on that one.
Yeah, which it did recently get delayed, but I think they'll still show something.
They'll still show something.
I mean, they have to. Like, it'd be Ubisoft has their own press conference usually. I believe they do again this year.
Yeah.
So that'll definitely be in there for sure.
That is.
I'm pretty hyped. That'd be cool.
I mean, that game is probably on my top 3 list, I would say. It might be 1 or 2 because I think the Destiny got bumped down a little bit, but it's up there. I'm really excited for the game. I mostly want to play. I want to be immersed in an environment and then randomly run into a different squad that thinks they're like okay, and then just fuck them up. Like, I want to troll people like masterfully in that game. Like, we should be just the troll group, Colin.
It sounded like from their last like development update when they said it was delayed that I don't know if it was a leak or what, but the guy was saying that it sounds like the multiplayer component is like not even worked on yet. So it could be a ways out. And hopefully they hit all the points they initially talked about. Like, that's the thing which I'm a little worried about. Because it's pretty ambitious, like the idea of drop in, drop out server like that.
It is.
As well as being able to roll with your crew and eliminate other crews.
They had that highly polished demo.
Yeah.
Cal.
So
it was highly polished.
I'm curious to see what we see from the Division.
Also, I have to mention this because it was just so amazing. The Snowdrop, is it Snowdrop engine?
I think that's right.
Snowdrop engine was just phenomenal. Like, still, it is amazing when you watch that trailer that they showed at E3 and they start at the buildings. This is how memorable it is to me. I vividly remember this trailer. They start up at the buildings, they pan down like it's in a movie, and then you're like, man, is this CG? Is this CG? And then the guy just starts walking. Now, I don't know if we're going to get Watch Dogs. I don't know if that's going to happen, but the shit looked amazing. Like, it looks awesome.
It is the same company.
Yeah, we might get
different studios, obviously, same company.
We might get Bullshot.
Bullshot.
We're
gonna see some. Do you think they'll show anything new for Destiny?
They're supposed to show PvP, right?
Oh yeah, that's right.
PvP for Destiny at E3 2014. So
they kept that up their sleeve.
So for the Halo people, like, oh yes, I can't wait to play this Bungie. Now I'm gonna be the Colin right now. You're about to get your world fucking shit on. You are about to get destroyed. I hope you do not, and we said this multiple times, I hope you do not go into E3 for this PvP thing for Destiny like this is going to be the next fucking Halo. No. No. Fucking no. Damn. Please. Don't go in there, guys. Like, man, I can't wait on the MLG Pro Destiny. Fuck no. The fuck no.
I bet it's not going to be evident based on what they show, though.
Ah, damn.
It's probably, I mean, like, because you can't take your own character into a demo at E3, I think it's going to have, like, a class-type feel to it because everyone's using presets. You know what I mean? Like, there'll be preset characters and that kind of thing to select from. So I don't know if people will realize just how screwed they are in the competitive sense until the game comes out. I
don't want them sitting there saying, this is the next MLG game. Do not go in there with that mindset because you're just going to get mind fucked. Like, your hype is going to be up here and then it's going to be brought down. And I'm just trying to keep it real with you guys. Like, please, the game is probably going to be amazing. The PvP is probably going to be awesome. But do not go in there thinking that this is going to be the next fucking Halo.
Yeah.
It's just not.
can be fun to play. Don't get me wrong, but it's not going to be a competitive, balanced game. I don't think. All signs don't point to that.
Please, guys, I beg you.
More
I'm
Mass
just trying
Effect
to
feel to it.
have your expectations in line, guys.
Yeah.
Have them in line, because if not, like, you're gonna be salty. Then you're gonna be sending Bungie hate mail. Why is this not like Halo? I want my Halo.
Evolve.
Evolve.
You think they show off a new monster?
I think we're gonna see gameplay from the new characters that they unveiled last week or week before. So they showed different characters and possibly a new monster. Colin, I agree with you there. But the new characters plus a new monsters, I think what we'll see it from Evolve. I'm not 100% sure if we're going to see a different level, but I would be interested in seeing possibly a different level too, because they need to start the hype train for that game, I think, at E3 and then beyond. And then we're probably going to get some more in, I want to say we'll start seeing trailers, gung-ho, probably in September. Like with trailers just blowing through on YouTube, like every time you watch a video. There's going to be a lot of trailers that are going to be shown, honestly. No, it comes out October, I think.
October? Okay.
October 21st, maybe? I know it's October. But I am so hyped for Evolve. You guys remember I got to play it at PAX. I was the monster, and I shit on everyone. It was amazing. Like, it just wasn't close. I think I ended it in 7 minutes, something like that.
I think all of our concerns for that game won't be addressed until after the game's out in people's hands, because it's all matchmaking and parties.
Parties, yeah.
So, see how that goes. But we really won't know until it's out, realistically.
I can't wait, though.
It's be fun. Yeah, it's be fun regardless. Like, I'm looking forward to playing it.
Yeah, we're going to... that's going to be a game that I'm going to sink a lot of time into.
Evolve MLG! Number one monster.
Number one monster all day.
Start the GB thread for top 8 monsters.
You have your name and then Dylan.
Skyllus, Dylan.
Uncharted 4. I just want to see mix of CG gameplay trailer for Uncharted 4 is what I would like to see. Now, here's the interesting thing with that. Like, Naughty Dog had a bunch of high-level like people leave, right? So their creative director gone. I want to say a couple of designers gone. I don't know what the landscape is looking like over there for them, but I mean, they're obviously not doing horrible. Obviously, I mean, Last of Us is amazing, and they've been releasing a lot of great games. And matter of fact, Colin, I think you and I kind of talked about them as being one of the top studios. I think we did for the year. That would have been like December when we did that show. But Uncharted 4 is the game that I'm actually purchasing my PlayStation for.
Sorry. Hutchie says they'll ban the monsters.
Hutchie. I agree. What's up, Kona? I agree. I think all the monsters will be banned. And so they'll turn it into a shooter only with all of the characters. Just one team of characters versus the other team.
4v4.
And 4v4. Because that's how they do.
You have to limit the amount of shotgun classes.
Right.
Yeah.
I will let people see. Our audience knows. They know, right? Like we're perfect.
I do think Uncharted, I think they'll show something that's really graphically stunning. Like, it has to be like a big showcase title for PlayStation. I imagine that during the Sony conference, they'll show off something that's just like draw-dropping, crazy graphically.
I agree. Now, here's the thing. I don't actually think, like, Infamous, oh my God, looks amazing, right? So I don't know if they're going to be able to show up Infamous, but I think it'll at least be on par. Like, I don't know how you're going to get any more graphically groundbreaking, I think, than Infamous, because it was, I mean, dude, some of the screenshots and stuff that people take in game are just so good, so good.
We'll see.
So Uncharted 4 is definitely one I'm looking forward to. And then Colin,
Star Wars Battlefront.
Battlefront, let's go.
What do you think they show? Like, what do you
All right,
think?
so
I mean, obviously,
gotta-
like the focus for EA's conference is going to be Hardline. You would think, because that's what's coming soon.
Right.
I think they confirmed they'll have something for Battlefront during the show. I believe that's been confirmed, but I don't know to what extent. I don't know if we'll see gameplay.
And EA usually has their own press conference too, by the way.
Yeah, so they do. That's already scheduled.
So, here's what I think. We're going to get the EA Sports lineup, right? We're going to get Battlefield stuff, Hardline. They're probably going to talk about BF4. They might talk about the next Battlefield after that, maybe. Who knows? But I think I think you're right. It's going to be a lot of focus on Hardline, and they're probably going to weave some stories together about that messaging. And then I think we're gonna hear about Star Wars, right? So they have, was it 3 different IPs basically that they got? They got the Battlefront, they got Force Unleashed, the equivalent of that, and then there's one more that I can't think of. There's 3 studios working on Star Wars stuff. What is the other one, guys? I can't remember. Anyway, I think we'll definitely see something from Battlefront. I think we'll see a teaser or something like that about like the next Force Unleashed equivalent. And then whatever that third one is, why can't I think of it? I don't know.
They're going to have some Titanfall stuff in there, confirmed.
Hawk Tanner, that is a good point. Mirror's Edge.
Mirror's Edge might be in there.
That might be another one in there.
And Titanfall, they're talking about DLC and stuff, I think. So it's probably like a really minor note.
I don't see Titanfall 2 being in there, but I definitely see some DLC and talking about what they want to do in the future. I might be thinking of BioWare's game, Republic, whatever, but I don't know why I feel like that EA has 3 studios working. I felt like that was the news, though. I got to look at that again. We'll talk about it again next week. So yeah, Battlefront, Colin.
I'd already mentioned what they have to do to win the conference, which is just have it just cut to a 64-player match.
So here's what I want to see, Battlefront.
I still stand by that.
You guys remember this? I want to see someone fucking force push a tree into another player and then drop the mic and walk off.
Or even just push a player through the trees and just have like the trees just like ripple and spread out and everything and fall over. Like that'd be so nasty.
Force push Battlefront. That's all I want to see. Hashtag force push and then drop the mic. That's all they need to show. That is it. It could even be a CG trailer. They don't even need to show gameplay. I think they could just get away, for me, showing a force push through some trees with DICE's engine.
Yeah.
The engine, the Levolution. I want to see Levolution in Star Wars. So I can't. That might be the #1 hype game for me. Maybe even more above the Division. That's my 1-2 for you guys that don't know. It's alternating right now between those. If Division comes out and they show something better than Battlefront, it'll hop to my #1, and Battlefront will be #2. If Battlefront comes out and shows something amazing, it's going to be my #1, and Division will be my #2. But that's where all my hype is in, right now, going into the show.
True. As a shooter fan, those are probably the 2 big ones.
And then we got a couple games that have already been kind of shown already. You guys we talked about them multiple. Well, we haven't talked about Alien Isolation that much.
A little bit, yeah.
But I'm expecting to see pop show, and then Sunset Overdrive. Which, Colin, I was looking through the exclusives, and I think we mentioned this last week. But I was looking at Microsoft's lineup for exclusives, and I mean, Sunset Overdrive is like the staple one. That's like it.
Halo?
I mean, it's remakes.
Possibly. They haven't announced anything officially.
We're expecting to get remakes. Gears?
I think Halo and Gears are like the quintessential Microsoft IPs. As far as if we see anything, I don't know.
That's what I agree with you guys. Gears and Halo, Kupo, Joel, I agree with you guys. Gears and Halo, Colin, definitely the showstoppers exclusives, but are we going to see anything from Gears like at E3? That doesn't seem
I wouldn't
realistic.
expect to. Over
A
a year
teaser
away from
trailer?
release.
A
Actually, they
teaser
haven't
trailer?
announced the release date. I'm just assuming next year.
Yeah, 2016. Like
Possibly.
I would expect that we would see something from Gears next E3 rather than this year. Halo 5, we might see something, maybe, since we have a confirmed date, and I think they would be more apt to show something at this E3 for Halo. So I don't know there, but Sunset Overdrive seems to be the one.
That's the big new IP, yeah, for sure. And I believe there aren't very many others.
Yeah, we did see Mad World. I remember that. I just don't feel like the fanfare for that was really hype. Fable Legends, Quantum Break. That's the one I'm
Quantum
forgetting.
Break.
But is that coming out 2014? I think it got pushed back.
I think that's delayed again. They've had a really tough time showing that, like explaining the concept.
Elite, I don't know about Quantum Break, man. Project Beast?
Yeah, we don't know if that's an exclusive. Did you see the videos?
Uh-uh.
It's likely from Dark Souls devs. Looks pretty
Okay.
good.
Okay.
Looks really cool. It seemed like a pretty controlled leak based on the videos they released.
Right. I'm really anxious to. You guys can just kind of ramble through what you guys are kind of hyped for the show. We'll do that again towards the end of the show. Now, for Sony, you know, I'm not going to really talk too much about Microsoft in general, but for Sony stuff, I'm interested in PlayStation Now. Like, we haven't heard anything about that. That's their, for those of you guys that don't know what that is, that's Sony's streaming service.
I forgot that stuff still hasn't happened.
For their backlog of games. So I think they got the Gaikai streaming service all set up. And that was the big thing in the beginning to kind of get this thing rolling. So I'm really interested to hear about this backlog of games because there are a number of PlayStation games that I would go back and play the shit out of if they got re-released. So I'm really interested to see how that goes.
That should be done right around now too. They said Q2, Q3, right?
Yeah, so that
this year. So like they could very well be like starting today.
Yes,
you'll be able to blah 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 blah.
That is the big news that I'm expecting out of this event is PlayStation Now, and I don't know how many of you guys think that's big news or not, but to be able to play old games like that shit doesn't exist now, right? So like they got rid of that with I don't even remember what stopped playing. I mean, PlayStation 3 kind of has it, but they don't have
backwards compatibility. Yeah,
I think the very first ones did. The very first ones that like the huge fat backs with the $6.99 whatever it was.
Yeah. The George Foreman's.
Shungin says he's in the PlayStation Now beta. Ooh.
Nice.
So, Coast is also in it. There we go. But yeah, that is the big news for me. Talking about software side of Sony, I really want to see that. Project Morpheus, probably going to get to see that shown in action.
Hawk Tanner, Rockstar doesn't do E3. They got snubbed like it was like 9 or 10 years ago. They're like, yeah, we're not doing E3 anymore. So they haven't done E3 since.
Yep.
So I wouldn't expect anything from Rockstar.
Colin, Project Morpheus. What do you think?
Oh yeah, we'll probably get some stuff from that, huh?
That's software and hardware. So we could get some Project Morpheus games, and those of you guys don't know what that is Sony's VR equivalent of the Oculus Rift. I think we could see some games from that.
It didn't seem ready. Like from the CES stuff, it didn't seem ready to show off in a capacity.
Here's the thing. I think that they are speeding up development of this because Samsung and Oculus are teaming up for something. And there's another company that's messing around with VR right now. And all of this is happening, by the way, because Facebook decided to sink $2 billion into Oculus. That's just what I think. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see something from Project Morpheus at E3. I'm expecting some type of prototype games to be shown, like with people on. I hope they don't do a stage presentation, Colin.
That's the thing. Like they haven't really solved how to show off virtual reality games. You know what I mean? Like, there's not a great way to do it. So I don't know if they would dedicate much of their conference to it, other than saying, "Hey, we're working on it." Maybe show a cool example. But graphically, it was pretty far behind the Oculus when they showed it at CES.
CES,
as far as like responsiveness and that kind of stuff. So it'll probably come up in some capacity, but I don't think it'll be a big focus at all.
Derp, what's up, dude?
I do kind of wonder if Oculus is going to slip into any of the conferences, Ubisoft, EA, Microsoft, if they slip in some way.
Right. And then here's a wild speculation. This is my one that's probably the most out there, maybe other than what I have to say about Nintendo. I think Sony may drop the price of the PS4 by like $50. And my reasoning is because they stated that they were profitable on the PS4.
And that I think below the Xbox again.
Right. So it'll get them back below Xbox. They're already profitable, according to them, on unit sales on the hardware. Why not drop it $50 and say, hey, you could buy the whatever full price, but that one includes a game. You could buy this one at $50 less, and it doesn't include a game. Like, they bundle stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I think we may see some really cool stuff come out of Sony if they continue to play off of everything that Xbox One has done and keep the fanboyism really high for Sony. So I would not be shocked if we see a $50 price drop.
I'm not sure they need to do it, but yeah, maybe.
$359. They don't need to do it. I don't think they need to do it, but that would definitely pull a lot of attention because Microsoft can't match that right now. There's just no way. They wouldn't do it.
Microsoft will dedicate a lot of time probably for the Kinect price drop. Just announcing the new Kinectless version that'll be in stores. Was already in stores, I believe.
Right.
So I imagine they'll spend some time on that.
The bird simulator for the Kinect.
Yeah, you remember that?
Birdly. I remember. So Microsoft side, I think we'll see a lot of Kinect stuff, like Colin said. Maybe VR. Maybe. I think we're more apt to see Kinect stuff rather than VR headset, but who knows? I don't really see too many other things like popping up from them. I don't know of any killer software that they're going to try to bring back or bring to the table. They've kind of blown their wad on a lot of that stuff already, so I don't feel like there's too much they could show. I would be interested to know, like, if they're going to try to match like a PlayStation Now type of thing with like a streaming service. That might be something that kind of crops up.
Yeah, they could talk about some stuff that they had pulled out initially from when they changed the pricing structure.
Yeah.
And the always online stuff, and maybe like they pulled some of those features and now have solutions for them with the current structure. I can see some of that.
I think we might see from Microsoft at least more of a... All right, so Sony, and I didn't mention indie with Sony because they've been killing it, but I think we might see more like Microsoft trying to go the let's show indie stuff to try to play off what Sony did because Phil Spencer, or was it him? I think it was. One of them tweeted about making this E3 all about the games. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see some more stuff from them saying, hey, look, we're going to support indie devs a lot more and bringing a lot of developers out on stage like, yeah, we're so hyped to work with Sony. It's been great, or with Sony, with Microsoft, it's been great and all this stuff. So I think that might happen. And then Nintendo. All right, there's not much here from Nintendo, right? There's just not a lot.
I hate how they do stuff, like the videos.
Yeah, so
I hate watching them.
I mean, here's the only thing I'm really excited about, to be honest, is the Smash tournament that they're hosting. I don't know what they're really going to... I mean, they have their own first-party titles that they're going to show. Zelda. We're going to see the Smash with this tournament. Might see Kirby. Might see Metroid.
Question is, are they going to show any new IP?
I don't think so.
Like, when was the last time we got new IP from Nintendo that stuck?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what they're going to show that's really going to be captivating. But here's my wild prediction. This is really out there again. I feel like Nintendo is not quite in a dire situation, but they need to turn things around, right? So there's speculation on them announcing a new console that's in the works. Obviously, they're going to mention some DS stuff. But here's what I would like to see from Nintendo, and this is out there. They might or might not do it. I think Nintendo may announce that they're going to develop or license out some of their IPs on different platforms. Mainly, I think PC. I don't think they'll go to Microsoft or Sony. But I would like to see some of them try to do more stuff with PC. The writing is on the wall because they've started to do that very slowly. They started to get a lot more brand stuff on going on mobile. So I think that we may see some stuff on PC, if not more interest in the mobile atmosphere and making a lot of those first-party games available on mobile.
I think there's
so that
zero
is what
chance of that happening.
That's what I think. What do you mean? How's there zero chance?
Zero chance.
Colin, they're doing it already.
This is their big Wii U push this year. Like, this has to be their big Wii U push. And if it doesn't work for next year, maybe they consider doing that kind of stuff. But they've
already considered it.
This year's their push. They have Smash. They have Smash coming. Big Daddy Smash. Just saying.
Big Daddy Smash.
Big Daddy Smash in the building. When they drop a big Zelda title, maybe a Metroid title.
Xenoblade with mechs. Is that what that is?
Oh yeah,
Monolith
that's
X
right.
gameplay.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
More Pokemon on the DS.
They're not actually doing a conference, right, Nintendo? I believe it's just going to be more videos.
More videos. Their VR press conference. Do they actually seat people? They don't seat people, right? To sit on a stage like a movie theater. They don't do that, do they?
No.
Okay. That would be really weird. But I would not put that past them. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah. I can't think of anything else that we missed. Big picture. I, more so than anything, want to see some shooter that blows my mind that I haven't heard of. Like, that's what I go through almost every single E3 wanting to see. Is something which, like, oh shit, that's really interesting. Like, Division last year got my mind thinking through all sorts of stuff that I hadn't thought about before. So I want to see more of that. Something that makes me go, huh, okay. Versus a lot of the sequels that we're going to be seeing.
You guys noticed we didn't mention anything about Call of Duty.
Oh,
Probably
yeah.
gonna show something like
They'll
that.
probably show that, huh?
Yeah.
You think Microsoft probably has dibs on that? Probably.
Probably. I would say yes.
It's almost always Microsoft showing COD stuff.
Yeah, I would agree. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. I threw out some predictions. We got our hype games.
Oh, I want to see some more Cyberpunk 20, whatever the fuck year it is, 2077, which they showed. That looks sick. Let's see more of that.
Cyberpunk.
Yeah, it was the one with the trailer with the girl in the streets. That's not really a good description at all.
Trailer with the girl in the streets. Do you know how many trailers I've seen with girls in the streets?
How many?
A lot.
It's the RPG from CD Projekt Red.
Okay.
I think it's a year or so out. I think they said 2016 possibly for that, so it's a while out, but they might show something.
All right. But I want to know what you guys are hyped for E3. We're also gonna next week we're gonna do a viewer rant after we get some stuff from the show.
Get everyone's impressions.
Yeah, Frag Logic 71, the E3 hype.
Yeah, we'll be doing it right after the conferences, so be sure to tune in next week.
Yup. But yeah, we'll go ahead and do some Q&A. What do you guys hype for?
Yeah, let me change. Boop, boop, boop. There's the Q&A boops.
Boop, boop.
Q&A. Yeah, it's coming out after Witcher 3. Be sick though. I think it's really
Late
cool.
night show? Yeah, we might do a late night show. I'll still be able to do a late night show. I won't have baby screaming or Christy yelling at me to get off next week.
Yeah, I think did we work out the times thing? Because I know they're on Monday, right?
Yeah.
Were we gonna do the show on Monday, or were we gonna keep it on Tuesday?
Why should we do a show on Monday? We have to do Tuesday. We can't break tradition for E3 2014. We didn't break it last year.
All right.
The only time we really did something different was Titanfall launch.
Yeah, that's true.
Which we
Nintendo
need
stuff is Tuesday morning too, so
We need to do that again, Colin. We need to do that for Evolve,
for Evolve.
maybe even Destiny.
Yeah, either or.
Pick one of those. We gotta do that. We gotta do a show where we stream the game, talking about the game.
Have either of us played
Chroma?
Nope. I saw a leaked video or two.
Didn't Harmonix have layoffs?
Yes.
Yeah, I heard about that. For some reason, whenever I think about studios now, I always think about layoffs since I'm in the industry because that stuff sucks.
It's all over the place too.
Sucks. Yeah.
Final Fantasy? Yeah. Final Fantasy should be due to show some stuff.
15?
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
General
Is that what
Hambone.
we saw? Is that what we saw last year?
No, we saw the tech demo. That was a Final Fantasy environment, I believe.
I thought we saw a game where I got all hype about it after the show because the dude was slicing up everybody. It was like it was like an X2.
I can't remember which one we saw. I know there was the tech. I know there was a tech demo. I can't remember if there was a trailer or not.
Oh, so speaking of tech demos, I didn't mention this game. We saw what is the name of that Dungeon? What's the game from Capcom with the Deep Down?
Deep Down.
Deep Down. Might see some more of that. That game looks awesome too, by the way.
Maybe Final Fantasy showed another game with lightning in it. To do the fifth spin-off game for lightning.
Gaming genres you didn't like at first or intimidating, but then started to like them.
I can't think of any for me.
MOBA?
Pretty much every game which I haven't liked, I've not liked it after playing it more.
MOBA? I'd say MOBAs.
MOBAs? You haven't even played that much. Say you started.
I played the shit out of Smite. What are you talking about?
Oh, Smite. Oh, Smite's.
No, don't talk about it. Smite is a MOBA. It is a different type of MOBA. It is my type of MOBA.
Sure. I was really hesitant about MOBAs until I played this MOBA that was completely different, and then I changed my mind about MOBAs that are completely different.
Are you hating on Smite? You're a Smite hater.
Oh, that's right. That's right. They changed versus 13 to 15. That's right. There was another video that was their tech demo, which I think they showed at TGS, the Tokyo Game Show.
Okay.
Remember right?
Thank you, Fatal.
Yeah.
Best MOBA out, Colin.
Smite's the best MOBA. All of you guys. I have $8.5 million says you're wrong.
Really hoping Ubisoft shows Rainbow Six. What is it? Patriots? Is that what the game is?
That's what it was. I thought they got rebooted from Bright.
Okay. You think we'll see a Ghost Recon since Phantoms just came out? Well, not really just came out, but do you think we'll see a Ghost? Maybe they'll come out with Phantoms on the Xbox One and PS4.
Phantoms.
There's your shooter.
There's Ghost Recon Online, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like that game.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Wasn't great either. It wasn't bad.
Look at bigness. Smite was mad easy and boring. Haters gonna hate. Watch Dogs, best MOBA. Speaking of Watch Dogs, I sent Colin this video because he didn't see it. But Moopoke on YouTube decided he was going to post a video called "Making the World a Better Place." I'm sure most of you have seen it by now, considering. But this was interesting. Very interesting. Definitely troll and got a lot of people talking about it. They're putting Phantoms on the Wii U. If you haven't seen that video, please check it out. It's definitely interesting.
Kingdom Hearts 3? Yeah, it's about time too. Square is not reliable. Square is just all over the place now.
Dota 2 had 3. It is not. Here's the thing. Why do people see? People forget. Here's my thing. People forget that certain games are made by Valve. It is unfair to make comparisons with Valve right now and other games. I feel like.
I mean, comparing a Valve game and a high-res game.
Exactly. And that is where the fault lies. Like,
what? The fault isn't that there's a different quality bar for each studio?
How can you... What do you mean quality bar? Dude, resources. Like, Valve has infinite resources.
I just don't get how you could say that. Like, that's like saying...
Valve
like,
has infinite resources. What do you mean?
It's like saying that people should feel bad because they think that my macaroni drawing when I was 10 wasn't as good as Picasso's
people should feel bad,
painting.
But, like, you can't make a...
People should be like, oh, man, that guy did really good for what he... That guy did really good for what he had in that macaroni and that glue.
Other than maybe Infinity Ward and like a couple of the other big ones, what studio do you know that's going to hold 3 $1 million tournaments in beta? No one can do that.
I mean, it's kind
except for Valve.
I mean, they had a Gmail beta in the sense that it just kept going on and on. So it wasn't like it was in beta the whole time. They were making money off it after a year. Just saying. Just saying.
You cannot do that.
Some companies could. Titanfall could, because of EA.
Maybe.
If they wanted to. Just throw
That's
money
unfair.
away.
I think that's unfair.
Comparing Smite and Dota 2 is unfair?
Oh, comparing $1 million tournaments.
Oh,
they have.
You actually think Smite's going to take off competitively?
No.
Okay, that's what the comment was.
Well, I mean, it could potentially be a contender for top esports games relative to other esports games.
Do I need to remind you that WCG doesn't exist anymore?
What do you mean, Colin?
There was one league that would pick up a bad game.
I don't. There doesn't need to be a league. Like, there's enough people, I think, playing Smite right now that they could have their own little self-contained tournaments that would be pretty good. They're not going to have no $1 million tournaments, but they might have some $10,000 tournaments, which I think they already do.
Yeah, they do.
So I mean,
for now, until Hi-Rez abandons the game like they did.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. That's low, Colin.
And Global Agenda.
That's messed up. I didn't even go there.
I went there.
I didn't even go there. What game can we play right now that's going to give us tournament monies?
Dota? CS? COD?
We could legitimately probably play COD and be a top team within a year or so. And by top team, I mean
like top 32-ish?
Top 32. Maybe.
Maybe. There's a lot of people playing that game.
There's a lot of people playing that game. So if you hopped on Smite and you got into a 10K tournament when there is nothing else to play, you would be like, oh man, this game is coming up. Coming up. Look at that.
Yeah, they had 200K prize pool for their first tournament.
Look at that. Why are you hating, Colin? 200,000. This dude, he's not impressed unless it's 8.5 million.
How many teams were playing it, right? How many teams entered that
Can't
tournament?
talk to you anymore.
How many teams played?
This dude is a Dota snob.
I know, because it was like I know there was like 30 teams total, of course, across all the qualifiers.
This dude is.
And there's been like 4 teams maybe playing super serious through all of Smite's history.
This dude.
I follow this stuff passively. I follow it.
Dota snob. You're like, if it ain't at least 1 million, I'm not even interested.
No, I'm up to 4 million now. Unless the tournament has 4 million, not even interested.
Oh man.
Still waiting for Quake to make a comeback. It'll happen. Alright, I think we can wrap up. Next week, Frag Logic 71. E3 Showdown.
Colin, we need...
No?
Yeah, we gotta turn that into a soundbite. I'm gonna sniff that and add some weird ass music to it.
Yeah, so next week we'll be going over all the hottest E3 news. Straight from your radio waves, airwaves. Yeah, I can't do that. I can't be a hype man. I'm sorry. I'm no Flavor Flav.
Bringing it to you live.
Next week, talking E3. We'll also do viewer rants. You guys can give your opinion on stuff. Real rapid fire like. And then pretty much it. I imagine next week will be all E3 news. So
all E3.
Be excited to talk about all that stuff. Until then, we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Yep, Cookie came late, but we'll see you guys next week.
And